Kingdom Color Tier List for Heroes of Might and Magic 3 by Guest273. Hey there, Guest273 here. Today I'm coming at you with a Kingdom Color Tier List. To rate all 8 Kingdom Colors, I will take into consideration the following things: how cool visually does each crest look compared to the others, how high of a priority to move before the other players does each color give you, does the color give you camouflage over certain types of terrain, how well is each individual color suited when playing in combination with certain towns. However, do keep in mind that this rating is subjective. We have to start with red, of course. Their crest is quite saturated, maybe even a bit too much so. Players choosing the color red have the privilege of always having their turn first. This often gives a competitive advantage in multiplayer. Therefore, red is a sought out color in PvP. The players who play with red don't have to replay their turn if simultaneous turns get interrupted, which is quite a big bonus. However, if simultaneous turns do get interrupted, the other colors have the flexibility to replay their turns with the additional information they've gained during the turn that has been interrupted. The red color also gives you some on-screen camouflage when your heroes are in the lava biome, although often that's not quite good enough to fully camouflage the heroes themselves. The red flags also arguably fit over almost any towns quite well aesthetically, maybe except for Fortress. I can't see a world where red doesn't go straight into S tier. Next up is blue. Their crest is quite simple in design yet stylish. Blue moves after red, but before any of the 6 other colors, which is quite a big advantage. Where blue really shines, like no other color, is on water maps. For example, if you look at the mini-map now, can you see the hidden blue town? Maybe some of you saw it, but I bet none of you saw this hidden blue town on the other corner of the map.
Got him!
Blue's heroes have a natural mini-map camouflage while in water, where they are hard to notice. However, you can spot them quite easily when you're looking for boats. Blue is a color that fits almost every faction quite well, with few exceptions such as Inferno and Dungeon. Don't tell me you guys main blue Inferno. Come on now, what's wrong with you? Although blue has its advantages, they're not as dominant as reds, therefore blue belongs into A tier. Let's talk about tan. Tan might just have the ugliest crest in the game, but that's not why people normally would want to choose a color anyway, right? Tan has a high spot in the movement priority hierarchy, but where this color really shines is its natural camouflage, both on the mini-map and on the screen. Spotting tan on rough terrain is nearly impossible. Dirt and sand are also good terrain types for tan's camouflage. Every Real Heroes 3 player has at least once been surprised of tan popping up just behind the scenery. Tan is the natural predator of people with bad eyesight, and this color also suits all of the factions greatly. It's really easy to associate rebels or bandits with a tan color, so it even fits well with the good alignment factions. Tan is most definitely up there, right behind red. Tan earns its spot on S tier. Green is often seen as a color of peace. Their crest looks peaceful enough, and while their turn priority is still quite high, where green really shines or rather stays unnoticeable is their camouflage. While not quite as sneaky as the master of camouflage tan, green has its moments on grasslands, in the highlands, and also on top of marshy terrain. Green can sometimes be difficult to spot on the mini-map. The color green doesn't fit well with that many factions, like what the hell is a green tower or necropolis or dungeon or even stronghold. However, green still ends up quite high at the list as an A tier. Orange, the color with possibly the coolest or at least the second coolest looking crest in the game. It's in the middle of the movement priority list, yet more on the behind side, which means a lot of colors get to move before orange does. Orange is quite a vibrant color, therefore it doesn't have any camouflage availabilities like most other colors do, or rather they don't have them yet. You see, the wasteland terrain is quite suited to hide orange from any predators. However, the factory town is not quite here yet, so for now orange players have to choose another faction, and they are blessed with choice, because there are only a couple towns that might fit badly together with orange, such as Tower, Fortress, or Cove. This leaves orange in the middle of the pack as a color that isn't particularly great, but also isn't horrible. B tier it is then. Next up is purple. Purple has quite a basic crest. It's quite low in the turn priority. Purple has no chance of camouflage, and what's even worse is that there are many factions which color-wise don't really fit purple, such as Rampart, Inferno, Stronghold, and Fortress. Purple has got to be the worst color in the game. Straight into F tier you go. Teal, the color with a fabulous crest. Look at how smooth it is. While teal is almost at the bottom of the movement priority list, it also comes with its own advantages. You see, colors that get to move last don't have to worry about conserving magic on heroes as much. If they can sit in a town with a mage guild between their turns, the hero's magic regenerates when a new turn begins. This means that if attacked even by red, the teal player would possibly have enough magic to do some serious spellcasting in combat. Teal also has some basic camouflage capabilities over swamps, but that's about it. Teal is a color that fits quite well with a lot of factions. While teal has its downsides, it's not quite at the very bottom. Teal lands itself in the D tier. Last and maybe least we have pink, the color of real men. Judging by its crest, it might also have been designed by a man. Pink moves last, which means the same thing about not conserving mana points applies to it. As I discussed with Teal, pink has no camouflage whatsoever. It's quite hard to tell which factions look good in the pink color. Some female gamers are known to seek out this color in online gaming. It's really a toss-up if pink ends in D tier or F tier. I feel like only players with strong nerves can play this color because they always have to expect the risk of an attack outside of their turns. But once you do, it's really an easy life for you. Fine, you go into D tier. And that, my friends, concludes our Kingdom color tier list. Tell me if you agree, don't tell me if you don't agree. Anyway, I was guest 273 and I'll see you next time. Cheers.